ArtRepublic really is about creating a new model for the art industry that takes the best of what we currently see from street art festivals, from art fairs, from museum exhibitions and events, and create a whole new platform that offers artists new opportunities and the ability to create really new boundary-pushing work. There's 4 major pillars to the work of ArtRepublic. Public art is the first one, digital art, philosophy, which we do through a lecture series, and fashion design. So we chose those 4 pillars because we believe those are what really connect people to the art world the most. The public art allows the general public to really be able to feel what it's like to live with art and to be affected by art on a daily basis. This year we completed 13 murals, all throughout the downtown core and the La Villa neighborhood, and a couple by the stadium. Those are the main areas that we'll continue to focus on. We had artists from Paris, from Argentina, from Madrid, from all over the world come in and create the walls. ArtRepublic's contributed 32 new murals to the downtown core. Fashion design is unique because that's a way that people get to express themselves with their own creative style every day. The fashion show is really designed to be an incubator for emerging fashion designers. What's unique about it is it goes beyond just the event of the show. We actually work really hard to provide a really unique experience for the designer with creating all of their content, photography, videography. We produce the entire show. We help get them brand collaborations. This year we showed Alex Vinache, and Estee Lauder was the presenting sponsor of the show. The digital piece is really, really important to us because that's the next major movement in the art industry. Digital is, affecting our entire life, so to be able to allow artists to work in that medium is a really unique opportunity for them. The Techism exhibition was a very, very important piece. That is the piece that really sets Jacksonville and ArtRepublic apart from other projects. It was really important that we are on the leading forefront of the next major movement. We were so proud to host Miguel Chevalier, who is an icon in the digital art realm. He was considered the pioneer. He created a mural that was 100 feet long that was an interactive virtual reality piece. And philosophy is done through our lecture series because that is really important conversation to be had with artists' role in society and uplifting the need and the role of an artist. The first thing we look to do is curate the artists that we want to work with. We look for artists that really have a deep message, who are connected to the pulse of what humanity really needs right now. We look for artists that are progressive, that are forward-thinking, and that are pushing the boundaries in their mediums. And then we begin looking at the different locations that we'd like to work in, starting with the mural locations and then the locations for the events and other exhibitions. Then we go as far as to curate the sponsors and the patrons that we work with as well. So we look for like-minded partners. This year we worked with a lot of wellness facilities and hospitals because the art for wellness piece is really important to us. We're very committed to downtown, so we're definitely focused on locations that are downtown. We look for the largest walls, the most unique spaces that have a lot of traffic that the community is passing by every day. So we search out for the locations based on the most prominent locations in downtown. What's interesting is we really like to bring a global perspective to Jacksonville. So it's not something that has really been done, I think, at this level before, but it's really important because the people within the city are really seeking, I think, to have this kind of exposure to the perspective of people from around the world. It's easy to just want to focus on what's local and regional, and that's very comfortable, but in order for us to grow and to reach new heights, it's really important for us to bring that global perspective to the city. So many neighborhoods around the world that have been completely transformed with just art alone, without even structurally changing the neighborhood. Just adding paint and color has shifted the energy of that neighborhood so much that people, especially creative people, are drawn to want to live in that neighborhood. And our downtown has been struggling with revitalization for over 15 years and trying to get people to have the desire to want to live downtown. That to me is number one, the ability to revitalize downtown. Secondly, the ability to make Jacksonville a true art and culture destination. The level of artists that we're bringing to the city are literally the best in the world. They're the #1 street artists from around the world, the leading digital artists from around the world. We really are trying to make Jacksonville the birthplace of a new movement. It's definitely growing faster than we had even expected. The last 2 years we've kept all of the events and exhibitions in November. This year we'll begin doing them throughout the year. We want to really keep the momentum going. So we'll be doing murals throughout the year this year along with the main November piece. There's also other cities that are asking us to bring the project there to help do the same thing that we're committed to doing for Jacksonville there. And the long-term vision is that it's a global movement, that it brings public art and exhibitions and education to cities around the world.